Oh yes, we are live. Well, we're live on Facebook. I sincerely hope. We're live on Facebook. Just waiting for my stream to go live on Amazon as well, and then we'll be good to absolutely go. So I'm getting the red button from Amazon. I got the countdown from Facebook and YouTube. That's all looking good. So I believe now we are live on Amazon too, which is really cool because today we are going to be making some slightly un-keto bread, but hey, that's life. You just have to go with the flow. So there we go. Let's just click on that button there. Should be good. And that's it. So countdown timer is about to end. What's not to love? Welcome, welcome. It's Friday. It's the Keto Nick cooking show. Hopefully you can hear me just on the one camera with any luck, or with one microphone rather. And today we're going to be cooking. We're going to be making some pretty un-keto bread, but I'm using wholemeal. I'm also using Artisanca's amazing bread bowls that you can see in the carousel if you're watching on Amazon. Corinda, brilliant, lovely to see you. Worked perfectly today. Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you, Corinda. Really appreciate you watching. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, hit over to you can hit over to the Amazon page. And in fact, I'm going to drop a little link in. This is what I love about live streaming with BeLive, is that I can drop into my I can drop in a link to my Amazon page if I can find the right element to it. It's nickwood.live is where you want to go. Just going to try and find the right list that I have that on. Yeah, that's the fella. That's the fella. Here we go. So we pop that on the screen. And now that link will drop into the comments on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever you're watching there. You can click that link, nickwood.live. That will take you to the Amazon page where I'm streaming live on Amazon.com. What a joy, what an honor. And then you can see the carousel that I have of some of the products I'm using today so that you can follow on. So that's brilliant. Thank you, Corinda. So that's really cool. So there you go. We can pop that off. This is what I love. That's my beautiful friends at BeLive. And maybe a little bit later, I can drop a little link in where you can have a free trial of BeLive and maybe a discount code that will give you a 30% discount as well. However, this is primarily a cooking show, so we better do some cooking. So yes, I'm going to be doing some bread. As I say, if you're watching on Amazon, obviously do say hi on Amazon as well. So I'm making some bread, and I'm using Artisanca's brilliant bread bowls to do that. But I'll talk to you about them just a little bit later, because I need to actually get my ingredients on. So bread, I am using the old mate, Paul Hollywood. Paul Hollywood's bakery book. In fact, again, I can probably just share with you a little link to that as well. Let's have a look. I can indeed. So by just popping that in a stream, yeah. If you're still time, Amazon and all good bookshops. Click on that link, guys, and you can just grab Paul Hollywood's book. Bread, absolutely brilliant book. I just lost my page. I do know. Yeah, I know how to make bread, but I like to, because I'm going to be using someone else's kit, I like to keep the menu open for myself. So yeah, so we're going to be using that. So go, yeah, there's a late minute, last minute stocking filler maybe. Just go for it. Right, bread. So we've got water here. Let me get my cooking can. So ingredients, we've got some water, slightly warm. We've got some easy bake yeast. We have some salt, and we have some flour, which is the other side of the camera. So today I'm using strong stone ground wholemeal flour today. That's because I prefer that to white. Now, let's kick off. As always, you can see I'm going to be using the mighty KitchenAid. This gets all my. In fact, I'm going to pull that nearer so you can see. There you go. That's it. Yeah, KitchenAid. Let's adjust the camera so you can see it. And so that is now, if you're watching on Amazon, that is now in my carousel. These are the KitchenAid Artisan series. Chunky motor, super solid, easy lift up and down. On the other side, we've got the 10-speed mixer, so we can start off slowly. Let me just remove Mr. Hollywood out of my side. Yeah, so we've got the KitchenAid, beautiful piece of kit. Lovely bowl. It's got special technology. I can't remember what it's called now, but it basically stops things clinging to the edges. Super clever. We're going to be using the dough hook, and it comes with a dough hook, a K paddle, which a couple of weeks ago we used brilliantly to make some guacamole. If you remember that one, if you're watching there. Dough hook on. So let's get our ingredients together. So I've got a little scales here, so up there, and so I want 500 grams. Ooh, I believe. Yeah, 500 grams of strong flour. So let's press that to 0. Oh, good, 0. That's it. And this is strong wholemeal flour, so this will make a lovely loaf. And yeah, using it on these proving baskets, which I'm really excited about, because I'm going to tell you about them. We can make little patterns, and that's what I really wanted to show you today. So there's our flour. Flour's in there. So we've got our yeast. I'm just using an easy bake yeast, which is called. Put the yeast on one side and the salt on the other. So this is 10 grams of salt. Not that much. Perfect. And 320 millilitres of water. Corinda, you haven't got believe auto comment on. Oh, sorry, Corinda, I haven't. Hold on, let me put the auto comment on there. Good work. Cool. We can't see a thing, only the bowl. Oh, I know, Corinda. I've got the ingredients in the bowl. Don't worry, I'll show you the bowl in a minute. So I've got the yeast on the one side, salt on the other side. The reason we do that is because salt will kill yeast. We don't want our yeast being killed. That's what's going to give the bread its rise in quantity. And if I was doing it by hand, I'd put about half the water in first of all. But because I'm doing it by mixer, oops, I'll put all that water in there. Something missed off, and pop a little bit more in. That jug wasn't the best one on the planet. That's obviously why that jug is not in the not in my carousel. So I'm going to start the mixer off nice and gently, and move the camera so hopefully you can see inside. So that's with the dough hook attachment. That's going to come up nicely. It might get a bit noisy, so bear with me there. Hi Stephen, watching on Amazon. Great to see you here. I'll just quickly say hi back in the comments. There you go. And hopefully we might get one more cooking show in before Christmas. We haven't got. Over here, I'm going to switch my audios around.
That might have been getting a bit too noisy on that audio. But we haven't got a cook-off next week. But we're going to do that back again in the new year. So in that Tuesday slot, I'm going to do another little cooking show as well. So here we go. Look, this coming around, and it's not doing much. It's looking pretty boring at the moment, I have to say. But it'll get there. What that's doing is it's just breaking down all the gluten strands, elongating them, making them longer, and that's what's going to get that dough. At the moment, it just looks like a bit of a brown mess, but that's okay. That'll come together. And that's why we have the KitchenAid, because it just allows you to get on with everything else. So what I can do, I can show you these. These are these pretty little proving baskets. Now, normally you'd use like the sourdough. You'd use these, but these work perfectly well. And what they are, they're great. Artisan done. I've got these in the carousel. If you're watching on Amazon, I'll do that without switching my phone off. And this is a 9-inch bread proving set. So you get the bowl, you get 2 bowls, 2 cloths, and the reason you have a cloth is because it stops it sticking to the wood in the bowl. Other thing, you also get a lovely little dough scraper as well. I might use that in a minute just to show you. And here's the coolest thing, is you also get these wooden, there you go. These are lovely little wooden stencils, which will give you, there's a heart, and this will give you a clever little picture on the top of your, that's a teddy bear, get the line the right way, and then of course a unicorn. So let me know in the comments, do we want a unicorn, a teddy bear, a heart, or a windmill as our pattern? And basically what you do is you have your bowl and you place them in there, and then when our dough is done, we let it prove, so it will rise, and it will take on that pattern. So let me know you've got a choice, guys. A unicorn, a teddy bear, a heart, or a windmill. So yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, I might just pop a little bit more water. I did lose water when I was putting it in there. And that's bringing it around. As you can see, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but that's the thing about the KitchenAid. It pulls it all together. Now you can see it's really coming into a dough. Fantastic. And what we're going to do, when that's done, we're going to let that rise. While that's rising, that's when we're going to do this this is a 2 Michelin starred Ratatouille. This is the one I learned at Le Manoir Cookery School. If you didn't know, Raymond Blanc's Le Manoir Cookery School. Yeah, that was the summer party menu. So I'll talk to you a little bit about that. That was superb. This Ratatouille is amazing and so simple. And yeah, and then we'll also make a little salad, because I need to make a little salad for my dinner later on. Now that's looking good. That's coming together. And it's one of those things you can't rush a good bread, I say. So just leaving that to mix away. And so let us know, what do you think, guys? What do you think, bread-wise? You've got a favourite bread? I mean, you like to make little rolls. As I say, this isn't super keto friendly, but sourdough tends to be more keto friendly than anything else, because you actually got the sourdough starter is fermenting, so it takes some of the sugar out of that process. So that's that fermentation process. That's all good. This is coming together nicely. Yeah, let's give it a bit more. We want to put it on super high because I didn't want to deafen you, but that's good. But don't forget, you've got the choice. We have either a unicorn, a teddy bear, a heart, or a windmill as our templates for what we need. It also says a week today, it'll be Christmas Eve. What do you do on Christmas Eve? I've got, I'm going to make a roast ham. I've got a big ham joint for Christmas Eve. We do that, we normally do that's a kind of a tradition now. We have a Christmas ham, serve that with lovely mashed potato, because I'm having Christmas off from the keto diet. Serve that with mashed potato, parsley sauce, and make a beautiful white sauce. Infuse it with parsley, then finish it off with chopped parsley. That's really cool. Love that. And yeah, you know, keto, I've lost since the end of January. I have lost 3 stones. So I can't think what that is in pounds. Quite a lot. Just over 20 kilos, I think. 23 kilos. And that is by going not carb free, just go low carb as opposed to no carb. So, you know, don't go totally hardcore, but basically take out the big carbs. So bread, ironically, bread, rice, and I love rice, bread, rice, potatoes, and pasta. So all those things I really did enjoy, but actually, you know, I don't miss them. And now I'm not eating them. You know, as I say, I still regularly am able to have a little day where I have some carbs. It's low carb, not low carb. Right, this is coming together. Moving around. This is why I love about the KitchenAid. This is so hardcore. There's a chunky motor in there, but absolutely beating that dough beautifully. So it's breaking down all those words. Breaking them down, elongating the gluten, and that's what's going to give us a lovely texture. But of course, because this is wholemeal, this is not going to be as light and fluffy as a white blue nut maybe. That's coming together nicely. What I'm going to do, actually, just so I can demonstrate it, is I'm going to use the dough scraper. That's got to be good fun. We'll just give it a little wash first. Because actually I'm getting a little bit it's brand new out of the packet. And yeah, just getting a little bit noisy. So that is good. But yeah, feel free to go and check out on the Amazon page. Go have a look at the KitchenAid equipment. These have a brilliant. You can do pasta. You can add a sausage maker in there as well. So that's really cool. Now that's coming together. That's more like it. It took its time, but now it's all coming together into a lovely dough. As you see, you know, the KitchenAid is quite chunky, but the dough is really trying to move the KitchenAid around. So you need a good hardcore mixer, and it's beginning to smell really beautiful as well, really coming alive. So that's really cool. Let us know. We have got, since I put the auto comments on, Belinda, you haven't commented. But But never mind. Hopefully you can see that now. It's coming together. So what you want to do with these, you don't want to put them straight into these pots. We need to season them almost, and that's what we've got. Spray them with a little bit of water, just whisk them, sprinkle some flour around, and then tap the flour off so you don't have an excess, and that way it won't all stick. And it's a really great idea. So I think that is pretty much done. How long has that been happening? That's been about 15 minutes, I guess, mixing. Not too bad. Guy Cook, thank you so much for following. Really appreciate that. And so we're making some bread. Then we're going to be making a lovely two Michelin star ratatouille and a bit of salad as well. While our bread rises. So what's not to love about that? Now, I reckon that's pretty much done. Oh, I'll tell you what, I totally forgot that in. Might have to give it a little bit longer. I forgot to add in the olive oil, so let's pop that in a little bit more. That's it. That's okay. You can add that whenever we wanted to add it. That's good. That's coming together so beautifully now. Fantastic. Well, that's just. Well, that's good. Let me move that camera if you want to be able to demonstrate the rest of it. There we go. All coming together. There we go. Perfect. Take a look at the hook. Now that is our dough for our bread. That looks good. Like I say, it's quite a moist dough, but that's how we like it. Because it's the water inside the dough that is going to make it separate the crumb. So you'll get the air between the crumb. That's what we do with that. So let us lightly flour our. Okay, we haven't added. I'm going to go with the teddy bear stencil. And just lightly flouring around. It's just a matter of pouring our dough mixture into our proving basket. Like so. So there's our dough in our proving basket. Nice. So what's going to happen is that's going to rise
we'll leave that to rise. And if it was a normal one, I would actually then knock it back and let it rise again. But because this is a whole meal, we're just going to let it rise the first time and go with a one rise bread. Aha, see? But you didn't think I was just going to do that. But that's good. So as always, do a little bit of washing up while we go along, because we like to be clean. It's something they teach you in cookie school. Cookie school is clean up as you go. So always make sure you clean as you go. That's our little thing. See, and was that just a great little piece of kit, and comes with our lovely washing up stuff. Nice. That's done, that's done, that's done. So yeah, so I'm going to cover that with clean tea towel. And I'm just going to leave that somewhere warm. Just over here. Just to rise. So when that's risen, then we can turn it out. Hopefully we will have our lovely stenciled picture on it as well, and that will make a really great bread. So just finishing off the bowl here, because I need to put the KitchenAid away so I can carry on and show you the other bits and pieces. So that's all good. Nicely washed. Okay, washed and lovely little nice clean dough hook. Now the other great tip that they teach you in cook school is have a lot of cloths, because you go through them, you really do. So that's good. Let me just show you the beautiful KitchenAid again. So it's a lovely KitchenAid. I think it's a most lovely piece of equipment. You know, one of my cherished pieces of equipment, I would say. So yeah, what's not to love about that? So the KitchenAid again back in the carousel. So that's the KitchenAid and Artisanka's beautiful bread basket. And so you get two lots. So that was the first one. So you actually get two. So you know, you can have 2 lots on the go, and it's great. Created for professional or novice bakers. Make your bread stand out the easiest and fastest way possible. 100% handmade. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love what they do. So that is now a nice. Now we have a nice clean KitchenAid. Not sure what that is. That's all clean. That's good. And we're going for it. So now, guys, do let us know what you're doing for Christmas. I know Stephen is off to Germany. Lucky Stephen. Hopefully you're still going to Germany, Stephen. Hopefully they haven't cancelled or told us we can't go from the UK. But who knows? Who knows what this government will do? Okay, so let's put the other things in the KitchenAid. So what comes as standard with the KitchenAid is you have your mixer, whisker, and your K-paddle as well. It also has a brilliant little lip element, so you can cover your bowl, and that has a lovely lip, so you can actually pour, which is really clever. And as I say, there's also the attachments that you can put on the top that are really, Really good. So let's pop that down there. Let's shut it down again. Perfect. And then I can pop that away. 3. Down in the cupboard. So, right. Bread sitting there, lovely. That's rising away. Pop that there. Right. Next on our list is, so we want to go with, oh, the R-rated 0.8, we should be able to travel. Oh, Stephen, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. I'm guessing you're flying or training. No, you're going by train, aren't you? I think. I was just wondering how you went through France. You will know the way. I know. Right. So there's our bread. So that's all sitting there. Let's move artisan's stuff away. And next thing, shall we do the 2-star Michelin Ratatouille? Let's do that. Eurostar. Nice one, Stephen. Nice one. Good. Right. Here we go with a 2 Michelin star Ratatouille, courtesy of. I've got his book in the carousel, and I think I might have it in here as well. Oh no, I haven't got his book in. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I do have this book of Raymond's so if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can click that and have a look at that book. There's another Amazon link, but actually in the carousel, the Simple French Cookery from Raymond Blanc is a cracking book. Yeah, highly recommend it. Not least because at the end it does these great menus. So you've got like a menu for an elegant dinner party, menu for an easy dinner party, romantic dinner, a romantic vegetarian dinner. Is there such a thing? A healthy family meal, excellent idea, and a family meal. So yeah, they're great menus, and in there is ratatouille for sure. So that is it. So ratatouille ingredients. We have an aubergine or eggplant. We have courgettes or zucchini, depending on where you live. We have some beautiful tomatoes as well. Ideally, I would have got some super lovely plum tomatoes, but got some like that instead. And a red onion. We'll use half the red onion for the ratatouille, half the red onion for the salad. So put that there. Ooh. Now we are also going to have. See, this is the Raymond Blanc Cookery School. Just to prove. So we're also going to be using some basil, which I've got over there. We also have the puts caster sugar, not going with that. We're going to go with garlic and olive oil. What's not to love? And then we're going to toss it. So I do need my circulon pan, which I've just realised is not here. So just talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. See, and as if by magic, he is back with an amazing circulon pan. So we might as well put the circulon pans in the carousel as well. Wherever they've gone. So there they are. Yeah, the Circulon Premier Professional pans, absolutely amazing. They're bronze in the carousel, mine are black. But they all do the same thing. Circulon, they've got this amazing non-stick technology, which is slightly raised circles as well. It says you can use, they say you can use metal utensils on it as well as plastic, and they're dishwasher safe. And that is true, but I would just urge a little bit of caution. That metal on non-stick is never, in my opinion, a good idea. Even if they say it's okay, I wouldn't do it. And also, yes, they are dishwasher proof, but it's so much easier just to quickly wash them and wipe them as soon as you're done with them. They've got these hard anodized bases, so that removes all the hot spots when you're cooking as well. Because nothing worse, it's quite thick, you can see. There's nothing worse than having hot spots in your pans, because they've got things just cooking at different temperatures, at different times. Nightmare. And as anyone who's watched regularly knows, we want to make it simple, so we cut things up the same size. We want things to cook at the same time. So that's the thing. So right, this is a lovely one. I think this is a lovely one. Aubergine eggplant. I think such an underrated vegetable, and because I think people just really aren't sure how to cook it more than anything else. But yeah, all we're going to do here, I mean, the skin can get a little bit challenging, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it into those. Slice it again. See that? Yeah. Lengthways. And so what you can see is you've got these little, that's going to be lovely little squares now. And so we want about 1 centimetre. Is that about 1 centimetre? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I say 1 centimetre, as long as they're the same size, as long as they're the same size as the courgettes, when you chop them up, then that would be okay. We're going to dice the onions, and we're probably just going to halve the tomatoes because there's not much of them. And if they were bigger tomatoes, I would actually de-seed them as well, but as they're small tomatoes, that'd be okay. Can't do that without cutting my fingers. Just. Oh, look, yeah, guys, listen, look. War wound. I know it only looks like a tiny little nick to you, but my God, that hurt. I just, chopping, accidentally caught my finger. What can I say? I just wasn't looking. So let's get some heat on. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I wasn't expecting to sneeze in. I don't think I've got anything on me, but just in case, let's not take any risks. So, heat on. Fantastic. So that will be good. A little bit of olive oil in, just to keep us going. As I say, using non-stick pans, but also a little bit of olive oil. It all just helps. The olive oil is more for the flavour than anything else. So we've got those there. Let's pop that in first while it's warming up. Now, think about eggplant, courgette, aubergines rather, however you want to call them, is they suck in the oil. They suck it up, and that's when they can then get a little bit greasy and really holding that oil. But what you might not know is that after a while, if you carry on cooking them, they will then release that oil back. So they suck it up, but as they cook, they release it back. But a lot of people don't realise that, and so you cook them, and then suddenly, not such a good idea. So, let's our courgettes. Tops off. Again. 1, 2, 3. These ones. And this is this one always makes me laugh because this is where the poor chap at the, I'm doing this at the cookery school, making this exact ratatouille. Poor chap sliced his finger, I mean, really badly. Sliced his finger with his carving knife, had to sit down, had to stay there with his hand in the air while his pro chefs came along, very much used to dealing with cuts like that. I think the poor man was going to faint at one stage. But yeah, they bandaged him up, and we had to carry on. And we actually made him his lunch, bless him. Which I didn't mind because as I say, I enjoy chopping things up. Although having said that, I've not done a very good job of making this uniform. Let's get it onto a flat surface. That's probably a much better idea. Yeah, so much easier than trying to cut on a circle. So they are roughly the same size as our aubergines, which is good. So let's throw those away. They're looking lovely, Okay, next in, let's go with the red onion. I'm going to quickly dice red onion. Seen me dice red onions loads of times. If you've watched before, you know the score. This one's probably seen better days, this red onion, but here we go with a slice. 1, 2, because it's quite small. Then slice along up to the root, and then just slide it along your nail, and there you have a lovely dice. Actually, because that's quite small, I'm going to do 2. That's how I sliced my finger the other day, which is not very clever. Not big and not clever. So there you go. What else have we got going on here? So yeah, stick around. We've currently got, if you're watching on Amazon in the carousel, we have the Circulon cookware, which is what I'm cooking this ratatouille in. We also have the recipe, will be in the Raymond Blanc cookbook. And saying I learned this recipe at the 2 Michelin-starred Les Manoirs aux 4 Saisons in Oxfordshire at the Raymond Blanc School of Cookery. Hence the thing. So yeah, that was a fantastic time. And it's great. It's those skills that they never leave you. Which is all good. So let's pop my onion in there. Now I'm going to do a little sheet, only because there weren't the fresh herbs. So I'm not putting too many, but just to add some dried herbs there as well. And scrambled wooden spoon. Here you go. A lovely ratatouille down the line. And this is going to be a nice light dry ratatouille. When I used to work in a pub in my late teens, yeah, I must have been 18, 19. Yeah, I was just 18. People couldn't believe I was behind the bar. But yeah, and it wasn't a pub, it was a hotel. And so they did have a restaurant. Nothing fancy, but everything came with ratatouille. And it was bloody, messy. Oh, it was not good for that. We're talking very early 80s. I guess, in those days. I'm thinking, 40 yeah, very early 80s. So wasn't the best food scene in the UK back in those days, to say the least. I think everything was rather brown and grey. Keith Floyd was setting the world alight on the TV. So he was always good. He had a great recipe in one of the Sunday supplements for Gypsy Stew, which was chickpeas, which I'm going to pop in the salad today as well. Chickpeas, pears, green beans, and managed to, he thickened it with this, you made a toast, basically toasted some bread, there was some crushed garlic, which I also need to put in here, and he pounded it up into a paste, white wine, dry white wine. He made it into a paste, and he thickened the stew with that paste. Absolutely gorgeous. It was and I used to make it for many years after that. Yeah, green beans were in it, but yeah, paprika. And I know that it was the thing that really turned it on was there was loads of saffron, which I know is pretty pricey as spices go, but absolutely worth it. Really gorgeous. So there we go. Lovely ratatouille. That is going spectacularly well, which is normally the precursor for something to go wrong. So we have a little garlic on this one. So I'm just going to crush it up and chop it quickly. Oh no, I won't. This is Raymond's recipe, so I'll crush it and then add some salt. And this is going to just crush. You make a little garlic paste. And two things you do, a couple of things that happen when you make garlic paste like this. Weirdly, you're not going to get garlic stuck in your teeth, for one. But also, weirdly, you don't end up stinking of garlic. It's true. It is true. Trust me on this one. Here's a little garlic paste. That's nice. That's coming along beautifully. Turn the heat down on that. So, as always, time for a quick tidy. So we're nice and neat and clean. What else is going in there? Oh, yes. We need some basil, which we're going to chiffonade, which I hope I'm right in remembering. Chiffonading basil is just one, so it's all long like that. So that's chiffonaded basil. Do you think that's not chiffonaded? Write in, let me know. Hey, Lucy, looks yum, looks fab, yum yum. Ah, Lucy, yeah, this is the 2 Michelin-starred ratatouille that we learnt at Le Manoir, and it is almost done. So we've got in here, we have aubergine, eggplant, courgette, tomato, basil, and that is delicious. And actually, I'll tell you, you could actually put that on, grab the bread. Oh, the bread is rising. The bread's kind of rising. Whoever makes bread on live streams? I mean, really? Crazy boy. You Yeah, I don't know why the auto comments is not showing up, but let me show you that one. Thank you, Lucy. Appreciate that. Happy anniversary for the other day, by the way. Yeah, so that's all good. That's good. Bread's still sitting there rising, although it's only had, yeah, it's not had a huge amount of time. But we shall see. Okay, so next thing to make is a lovely salad. So I'm going to pick that up. It's going to come off the heat. We've got our lovely chiffonade basil. Just going to pop that in. Well, and just going to dish that on a little plate. Just so you can see. There, so it's just a beautiful ratatouille that, in fairness, you can actually cool that down and freeze it and then reheat it. That would be perfectly okay. That's good. Lucy's saying, how do I grab your cooking must-haves? Is there a link? Yes, there is. We've got a couple of links that were in the comments, Lucy. If you nip over to the Amazon page, so I just popped that link's going to pop up in the comments while you're watching now. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, this is predominantly an Amazon live stream. So I have to just duck under because I've done it. And so click that link, that will take you over to the Amazon page, where in the carousel you will see links to the cookbooks, the pots, the cookbooks, pots, the brilliant Artisanca proving bowls. Yeah, Lucy, we're just making some bread. So that should be fine. Yeah, and some of the cookbooks, and yeah, go fill your boots. I think the phrase is. The bread I was making, I was following one of Paul Hollywood's, and as a late, the cookbooks, late Christmas presents, stocking fillers. You just still order those from Amazon, and you'll be in time for your for Christmas. So let's just have a quick taste, just to prove, just so I can prove to you it is edible. So this is some aubergine, courgette, so eggplant and zucchini. Real bit of salt. Lovely fresh tomatoes. That's a shame about having to do this as a live stream. Lucy watching on Facebook. Yes, you can't taste it. I wish you could taste it. It is absolutely delicious. So now, equally delicious, we're going to be making a quick salad. I have to put that to one side. Otherwise, I'll eat it all, which would not be good. Let me just move the camera a touch. That's better. So let's give our board a quick wipe. And what I will do, actually, I'll be cleaning it, but I'm also going to flip it over as well, just because it's nice and clean. Make sure we don't catch anything, which would be good. So nice clean board. There we go. Flipped over as well. There. Nice and clean, fresh knife as well, because we want to be nice and clean, and that's the thing that they teach us in cooking classes, cooking school, is a nice work clean. So we have a nice clean life. Lucy, found you on Amazon. Fantastic. I need to buy some of those pans. Oh, Lucy, seriously, these circular pans are absolutely brilliant. You got the pros in there in that carousel. Have a look at those. But they've got some also excellent ones. All of their products are great. Infinite are one of their ones in the UK specifically. But yeah, go and click on them and have a look. They are beautiful. I got the Pro set a few years ago, and it was brilliant. It was it was really cool. And people said, that was a Christmas present. I said, yeah, best Christmas present I've had in years. Love them. They're really good, really lovely to use. So nice. And it's not just the frying pans, the skillets. We've got some big pots. Really gorgeous, really gorgeous. I'm going to go show them to Meat Man. Yes, Meat Man would probably love them because yeah, they do a lovely. I cook all my steaks with them, so I love it. Right, ratatouille done. Salad next. So this is going to be a super simple salad. I'm going to blow my own trumpet now. Oh my God, that ratatouille looks absolutely delish. Sunshine, trust me, it is gorgeous. I wish you could taste it. I'm just going to message you back. Thank you, Sunshine. And Sunshine, if you're not, please do follow me and check it out. That'd be great. Eager to cook your recipes. Oh, thank you. Please do. So, and these are all healthy recipes. Thank you, Sasha. Yeah, click the follow button, and that way you'll get notified, I believe, next time I go live. I'm trying, hopefully, I'm going to do another cooking show Tuesday, earlier in the morning. So, right, here we have a nice clean salad bowl. So we have a nice clean salad. Now, weirdly, I don't know what it is, but again, I'll blow my own trumpet. This salad is gorgeous, and everyone who has it says, "Oh my God, where'd you get that salad from?" It's just the way I make salad. Here's a red onion that I prepared earlier. When I say I prepared it earlier, no, I prepared it yesterday. I had half an onion left over. That's what I'm really trying to say. So here we go. Let's try and make sure we've got everything in shot. There's our lettuce. Oh gosh, why does everything come with so much plastic packaging? I don't know. Anyway, right, let's get this done. Let's try and get the tough bits of skin off, because you don't want to eat that. That's just unpleasant. Now, I think why this salad works so well is, again, it sticks to my philosophy, my cooking philosophy of cutting things up nice and small so you get them in a bite-sized piece. To me, that makes sense because that means that you get a bit of everything when you take a mouthful. So here we go. Let's try not to cut my finger with onion cutting masterclass. Actually, I'm not going to do a fine dice. I'm going to leave it a little bit more rustic, pretty thin. Because again, you don't want a big thick piece of onion in your salad, because it is quite strong. And for these, I do tend to use red onions because they are sweeter, they're nicer, in my humble opinion. More flavoursome. So that's it. There you go in, first of all. I think what the killer is on this salad is the dressing, to be honest. So just take some of the outer leaves off. Only because this is going to make a huge salad. Take those. And again, if I was making this salad for a dinner party, then I probably wouldn't be using my metal knife, because what tends to happen when you're cutting lettuce with a metal knife is the edges will oxidize. And they'll go brown over time. So I know that I'm going to eat this fairly quickly, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, tear it would be good. So, you know. And the thing is, you know, tear it, but make sure they want to be small pieces that will get on someone's fork. That's the thing. I know that they get eaten very quickly. Yeah, actually, Lucy, if you're still watching, what does Meat Man serve with his meat? There's the question. I'm all for eating lots of meat, but I do like to have something to go with it. Okay. Also, here we go. The humble cucumber. Now, I'm only going to have half of the cucumber. I think I'll have this half. And again, I've got this plastic packaging. Sorry, be careful with your knives, guys. Don't do that. Oh yes, I'm following you just since this minute I saw you live for the first time. Oh, thank you, Sunshine. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, didn't know keto. I've lost something like 50, almost 56 pounds. I think 52 pounds since the end of January this year, by switching from just like a dirty keto. Really, I go low carb. So basically, all I did was cut out the big carbs, so potatoes, rice, pasta, and bread. Yeah, I was like, that's everything I eat. But then that's why I was so overweight. And then committed to some exercise as well. So that's why I'm keto. These are all pretty keto recipes, to be honest. Apart from the bread we were making earlier, which is not so keto. So you can do a couple of things with this, to be honest. If you want to be really flashy, you could peel it, but I quite like the cucumber skin. I'll actually just give it a little rinse. Yeah, I quite like the skin. The thing that I'm not too fussed about, I think this is what makes adds to the salad, is that I take the seeds out. I'm not massive. I don't think they give much. So just half, quarter it. So yes, just these little seeds. And they're so easy to take out. Just literally slide your knife down and then they're pretty much just water, really. You don't have to take them all out. They're just a little bit unnecessary. Those ones. This is all going to be one shape, so that'll be much easier to do. So just again, quarter, and then just run your knife. I know it goes against the knife rules, really, but we don't want to run the knife into our fingers. Normally, I like to cut away from the edge, but I'm trying to do it in a way that you can see what I'm doing. But I have to be careful because the knife is very sharp, as I found out to my cost only the other day. I know I keep whinging on about how I cut myself, and it's just the smallest cut ever. But it was like a paper cut. That's the thing. The knives are so sharp. It's going to be like a paper cut. Sunshine. I need to lose 40 pounds, and I need to incorporate more vegetables. Yeah, more healthy. It's just healthy stuff. My problem is not being able to season veggies to make them just without a lot of salt or dressing. I tell you, actually, salt gets a really bad deal, Sunshine, because actually yeah, there's lots of salt in processed meals, so ready meals and things like that, tins, jars. They were making them all bite-sized pieces. And so, yeah, so when you add salt onto that, then that's not so good. But salt is one of the key flavour blocks. So, you know, for all seasoning, salt and pepper, absolutely. And so, as you can see, when you're watching the ratatouille, I didn't actually salt the ratatouille until after I dished it up, because, again, it's a personal preference. There was herbs in there, there was basil, and so there was tomatoes, lots of different competing flavours. They need to be brought together as well. And I had olive oil in there as well, which was doing it. But yeah, but when you're aware of what you're putting in your mouth, where you know where it's come from, it's easier to make healthy dinners. And it's the thing was, I always say is that I can make a dinner. I'm taking my time today because of course I'm proving bread in the background, so I'm not rushing this today. But I can make a dinner quicker than I can get a takeout. You know, order a takeaway. I like to add celery salt to my dressings. Yeah, it's celery salt. Why not? It's delicious. And that's, weirdly, here's a weird thing. That's the one food stuff that I really do not like is celery. It just like makes me want to go. Ugh. So yeah, it's like it's not good. So, but funny enough, I can have it. Celery salt is fine. Celery soup is fine. But celery as a raw ingredient, I just find really difficult to eat. It's something about the flavour, which is really crazy considering we use celery in most in most base sauces. You'll use celery as a building block to flavour. So yeah, crazy. Oh, Sunshine, where are your live recipes? Sunshine, I don't have any other live recipes. Oh, apart from if you go into, after this show, go into my storefront and you can have a look, and then that should have all my live videos. So you'll see videos of me and Stephen where we do our live tech shows. There's also others of me doing the cook-off with Adair, some other cook-offs as well. But no, I need to do some live recipes. I have to. You're absolutely right. And if you type in Keto Nick into Facebook, maybe. Right. Let me do that. So okay. So we have what we put in there already: red onion, lettuce, cucumber. Now I like to add a little bit more robustness as well. So I'm going to add some spinach. And you're going to add some more tomatoes as well. Get them ready. So again, spinach. Love it. And this is a great way of actually incorporating some great iron into your diet. I mean, you know, when you cook spinach, it goes really down. But if you're adding it to a salad, it stays its robust self. And there's an irony flavour, a little peppery note in there as well. So again, like the seasoning, Sunshine, that's another thing that's actually bringing it together. So we've got spinach in there. Let's put some tomatoes in. I won't put any chickpeas in today. I might add some later. But again, tomatoes, and because these are little tiny ones, let's give them I might just halve them. Just so that they're all in one place. That's good. That's the postman. If you heard a tinkle tinkle, that's what the postman did it. And it's cool. And yeah, actually, you know what, Sunshine? I think I need to do that, don't I? I need to write the recipe, and then we can all do it as a cook along. Ooh. There's an idea. A cook along. We could have a cook along. We have a cook off normally every Tuesday, at 9 a.m. in the UK with a dare over in Australia. I'm not sure where you're watching from, but yeah, I can do it on a Friday this sort of time, so that's okay. Yeah, we could have a cook-off, not a cook-along. So I'll come up with a little recipe, maybe a little lunch or brunch recipe, and we can cook along. That's the thing. I just need to get a bit more organised, and that way I can promote earlier, let you know what I'm going to make, let everyone get the ingredients, and then we just have a lovely little cook along. That'd be good. I like that idea. Well done. Thank you, Sunshine. Yeah, it's a great idea. Well, Sunshine, you're the one I could credit you with that, because I hadn't thought about it until you said about the recipes. So that's good. So okay, so we've got everything there we need. We have some salt. Now for this one, I'm actually using Malvern sea salt. See, sometimes that's not a lot of salt, but that's the only salt we put in, and that's sea salt flakes, so they've not been processed or anything like that. So that's really good. I'm just going to quickly say hello and thank you to you, Sunshine. Thank you so much, Sunshine. Thanks for such great idea. So yeah, I don't know where you are, Sunshine, but yeah, maybe if I might be able to do that for Tuesday. And here you go. So olive oil, virgin olive oil. We just want to add a bit of virgin olive oil. That adds flavour as well. Be fairly generous with that. And then we've got some lemon, freshly lemon juice. Goes over that as well. Trying to get in the salad bowl, not over me. Didn't do that very well. It certainly got over me instead. Okay. And potentially you could pop a little bit of pepper in there as well. But I don't know. One thing I would do, I've not got any to hand, I don't think. No, that's a shame. Yeah. Normally if I've got some fruit, if I've got some grapes, or if you're keto, blueberries, something like that, again, just chop a few of that, handful of blueberries, a handful of grapes into that will just transform it. Melon works really well, little cubes of melon in a salad. Even if you're not a big fan of the that's what I'm looking for. Even if you're not a big fan of fruit in your salads or lunches, it really does work. And yeah, so I added that in. Just going to give it a gentle little toss. Just all you want to do is just get the olive oil and the lemon juice just gently coating the leaves. There's nothing worse than dry leaves. When I was brought up, salad was literally a limp bit of lettuce, a tomato, pickled onion, and a lump of cheese. That was pretty much what constituted a salad in the UK in the early 80s. That's good. Fantastic. So there you go. So here's our salad. And you see it just glistens. That's all we want, just a nice little glisten. So we haven't gone over the board on the oil, we haven't gone overboard on anything else. Just got enough there. It's just lovely coating it. And it's just glistening. What's not to love about that? Which is cool. So there we go. So that's our salad all made. And we'll have that later on. And we'll pop that in my salad bowl, pop it in the fridge later. I'll get in that fridge. We'll have to do that in a moment. Right now, okay, we've come to the big reveal. This could go horribly wrong, but it's a big reveal. How has our thread done? It's difficult. It's always going to be big art trying to get a bread to rise while making something else. It's only had about 45 minutes to rise. Not really a lot, but I want to demonstrate. How this has worked. It probably needs to rise again. So if this doesn't work, my apologies to Artisanica. But yeah, so basically we've had our bread rising. This is a wholemeal bread, so it's fairly dense, fairly heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it over, and hopefully that has done exactly what it should have done. And now, hopefully, you just gently ease it off. I think it's because this wholemeal's not done so well. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, this is life with cooking live. I hope it works, but sometimes it doesn't. This is totally my fault, guys. Oh. I tell you what I did wrong. I didn't flour my mold. Didn't flour my mold. What can I say? That is so annoying. I should have floured it. I didn't. My apologies. That should have been a lovely. What's that supposed to be? That was supposed to be a lovely teddy bear. I'm swashing the mold so I can show you. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Never mind. Just have to go again. But yeah, it's. I should do another. I'll do another bread recipe. I won't do it live actually, because these things are brilliant. I love them. So yeah, so it should have been a little teddy bear mold. That's what it should have looked like on top of the. So it should look like on top of that loaf. That loaf needs to prove again as well. So. Give that 35 minutes. Yeah, okay. Well, listen, I'll have to have another go at that bread. Make a recording of it. Then I can put the recording. Sunshine, if you're watching, anyone else, yeah, and I'll put the recording up on on the Amazon on my storefront. Do a little edited recording of it. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much for watching today. It's been a real pleasure cooking. You know, I always love cooking, particularly when I get to eat the results, even when I muck up the bread. But whatever you're doing this weekend, have a fantastic weekend. As I say, I'm going to do another cook show on Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. UK time. Actually, as it's only me. No, Tuesday. You know what? No, I'm going to go again Tuesday, same time. I'll cook myself some more. Oh, Christina, how lovely to see you. You made it. Yeah, you made it. You just seen the end of my disastrous bread making attempt, which was so annoying because I was making this. I got this from Artisanica. Brilliant bread proving basket. Comes with a dough thingy. Has these brilliant templates that you can use to give your bread beautiful designs. So, but alas, on the bread I was using just now, I mucked it up. I didn't flour the template, the wooden template, stupidly, so it all stuck. So hopefully next time it will be fine. So I'm trying. I want the ratatouille recipe. I will give you the ratatouille recipe. Yes, I'm trying. If you can find Keto Nick on Facebook, then please do and message me there, and I can get you that recipe. But in the meantime, if not, I will hopefully see you on Tuesday and I'll post the recipes in places. I'm not sure how we can do that with Amazon. It's not quite the same. You can't pre-promote directly on Amazon. So, but yeah, do follow though, Sunshine, and you'll get a notification next time I'm going live. Anyway, do check out the other stuff in the carousel. We haven't got around to it today, so we've run out of time. But we've got these brilliant. This is one element of the Nutri Ninja system that we got in the carousel. I'll just quickly pop it up there in the carousel on Amazon. Yeah, because I was going to grind up some. This is a spice grinder. And so spice, pepper, you name it, we grind it. And with the Nutri Ninja, we grind it in about 2 seconds flat, not even that. So anyway, that we'll have to wait until Tuesday. I won't be grinding any pepper until Tuesday. So yeah, and that'll be good. That'll be good, Sunshine, actually, because as you've seen on that, very little we talked about in the comments. We're talking about seasoning. You don't need much seasoning, but you do need seasoning because they are salt and pepper are basic flavour blocks. We've got salt, pepper, acid, just like vinegars or lemon juice, as an example, in the salad. So it's all those different things, umami, and just all those different flavours that combine just to make it taste nice. So anyway, listen, guys, until Tuesday, have a lovely weekend if I don't see you before, and until Tuesday, be safe and don't catch anything. And I will see you on Tuesday. Have a great day, guys. I need to stop my live stream on Amazon. So goodbye, fair Amazon folk. Of course, I'm live streaming on my favourite of all things. So I'm going to put that in there. Oops, yeah, put that in the stream. Be live. There you go. I know most people watching on Facebook and YouTube, you've probably got Be Live already, but there's a link to the Be Live free trial. And if you type in Nick-Wood, I think it is, you'll get a 30% discount on the Pro elements, not just that's monthly and annually. So that's worth having. I know they're running some promos over Christmas as well. So listen, guys, stay safe. Have a brilliant time wherever you're doing. Stephen, if you're still watching, have a safe trip to Germany. I think I'm still seeing you on Monday though. So yeah, have a great day, guys.